All right, YouTube family, welcome back. It's your boy Jay back in the building, like I recommend to everybody else. I did this tattoo, but it lasted for about 2 weeks. She had to come back and get it covered up. So I recommend everybody, like, with cover-ups, most of the time, I definitely try to draw it on when I can. But if it's something super big and crazy, I'll definitely come up with a stencil. But it's a lot easier when you draw this on. You could definitely map out exactly, like, where your parts of the feather is going to go at, where the feather is going to go. Or say, for example, if it's a leaf with a flower, you can map out exactly where you want it to go. That's going to cover up the exact parts of the tattoo and go with the exact parts of the tattoo that you want it to go. That way it'll flow a lot easier, because when you just stencil it, your stencil might not fall exactly where you thought you had in mind. Okay, now since we got this mapped out, the next thing I wanted to do is like think of a light source. So I wanted my light to come from this side of the feather, because of course the tattoo is on the other side, which means wherever the tattoo is at, chances it's better to put the shadows of the feather on that side, because it's naturally darker on that side of the feather versus just. So the tattoo normally would flow natural with that shadow being on that side. You can still add shadows on the other side, but I mainly want to focus it on that cover up. If that makes sense, let me know. Now, no, when I tend to draw things on, especially like with this pen, because it easily wipes off, I tend to go in and map out the tattoo just to get a good structure before I go ahead and fully commit to tattooing that full area without having everything mapped out. That means I'll have to draw it back on, which is good. I know how to draw and I can draw it back on. That's why I tell people it's a benefit of knowing how to draw. But if you don't and you have to do something like this and you can't really draw back on, just go in and map it out. I'm badly grazing the skin just so when I wipe it away, it won't fall apart. And you see how I tap the skin as well with the paper towel versus wiping the skin? Early on, I noticed a lot of people, well, me myself, I was wiping with a stencil because I was wiping the tattoo trying to get rid of the ink, but at the same time, the stencil coming off with it as well. Just graze across it, dab it with your paper towel. Is also less painful on your client. Okay, so what I'm doing now, since I got it mapped out, I definitely took against the edge of that stem on the own feather, made that dark, and then I kind of pushed out with them light tones, because at the top, I definitely want it to touch that light a little bit, but not as much because it's not directly over the cover up. And just know, there's always multiple ways you can definitely do the tattoo, because I know when I first started out, I was confused with darks or lights first. So I used to go ahead and put my lights down sometimes, except for yellows and oranges, but I put my lights down, open up the skin a little bit, and then I go in with my darks, which the skin do receive your darks a lot easier once you lay those lights down. But now where I'm at, I prefer, okay, let's go down with the darks. Since I'm sure and I know exactly where I want my darks at, I'll lay them down. But if you're still a beginner and you're unsure, please lay them lights down first, because once you lay them darks down, and if you go too dark, there's no coming back. And really, it'll be tough to even cover it up if you go too dark, like a black. Okay, welcome back. So now is the time we is getting over this cover up. And as you see, I'm using more of my dark rays, but at the moment I'm just using the 7 karat mag and I'm kind of mapping it out. We're not creating no lines. We're not trying to pull hard on the skin. None of that. We just want to map it out on top of this cover up. Then we're going to come back with that darker tones and really start structuring it out to make sure that we're just going directly over some of the lines of that name and that you're not going to be able to read it. The mistake I used to make when I was younger, first starting out, I used to just take a lot of black and brush on top. But as you notice, we're not really using black in this tattoo. I just darkened up my red, used some dry blood, maybe even some crimson red, and just create these tones to where it's going to cover it up. Just as long as it's darker than the tattoo that was underneath it, it's pretty much going to cover it up. Not saying we're going to use this dark the whole time, but the reason for this dark is to create those shadows. Like I said, this is the shadow side of the feather. To create those shadows, also create a little texture within the feathers. That way it's definitely going to disguise the eye, because you could have just threw some red on top of it or something like that and it's going to cover it, but your whole feather would have been red. Not just red, but it wouldn't have had no skin openings because you was going to see the name underneath it. That means it would have just had to been all saturated red, which still would have did the job. But what I know, I couldn't just go that simple and take that easy way out. I want to definitely take a more approach that was going to challenge me, and that's me in general. If it don't challenge you, you cannot grow as a tattoo artist. If you're going to stay comfortable, you just will remain the same artist that you are. And I don't recommend nobody remain comfortable. Continue to push that envelope, and that's the only way that we will get better. Okay, now we almost done with the shadow side. I'm gonna go back definitely and touch up some things because I can definitely see it's not dark enough. But you see, I definitely used that red to kind of structure out that darker red, and I kind of went in not even with a basic red, but a light red. And this one thing I'll definitely recommend. This will also make you a better artist. Like I said, stop using that black so much. You can still use black, but just stop using it so much. But mix your tones. This tattoo, I wanted to do all red, but I mixed the tones from dark red, medium red, light red. I even got to like using slight pinkish. And as you'll notice on this side, because this is the light side, of course I ain't want to do the dark shadows on this light side. So I started going more from that medium shadow side, and then going on, that's that Bactine, y'all. Just know, get y'all some Bactine, please, because it definitely help out the clients. When I sprayed ever since then, clients be like, oh, you gotta keep spraying that Bactine, like them reinforcements, you hear me? I mean, they be hurting, they be like, oh, keep spraying it, keep spraying it when that numbing cream well. But I really think I got the clients spoiled, bro, because they can't get enough, you hear me? And that's what you really want as an artist, you know. You want your clients to keep coming back, all jokes aside. Take care of your clients gonna take care of you. And they know that, okay, if they're in pain, they know I'm gonna look out for them. I ain't gonna be that person to be like, stop moving around, I know you hurting, it don't matter, I don't care. No, show that you care. It's all about customer service at the end of the day. That's why they come back, they know I'm gonna look out, and they gonna get some great work. And as an artist, you gotta always look over your work. And as you see, I'm coming back adding some more of them darker tone textures to make sure that we all will be right. If y'all still with me, rocking with me, appreciate everybody that's still watching to this time. Please subscribe to the video if y'all like it. Because guess what? They're going to definitely have some more on the way. And appreciate y'all rocking with your boy. Hopefully y'all learning something. If y'all have any questions, or if y'all want to question anything about the video, about the technical ability, leave it down in the comments below. And we going to get to it. Thanks again. Really appreciate you all. Because without you all, I wouldn't be where I'm at. So hopefully I'm teaching everybody and y'all learning something along the way. But hopefully I am working on like a little course and stuff like that. So hopefully if y'all definitely want to dive in a little deeper, y'all will join that course. When it's ready, I will definitely let y'all know. But until then, hopefully y'all just watch any other videos and that y'all enjoy watching, or anything y'all might have to learn, y'all can leave a question down in the comments below. We'll touch on that. And I hope y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day. And like I said, like up the video, comment, even share it to a friend if you got somebody you want to share it with.